Alright, it's your man Brett from the Skateboarding Show here Saturday at NASS, and I'm here with this gentleman. Please, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Keyshawn Johnson, United States. What else do you need?
Whereabouts roughly in the States?
I'm originally from Dallas, Texas, but I live in Long Beach, California now.
Long Beach, California. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday, like sunshine, beautiful skate spots.
Always, yeah.
Good times, good times. Yeah, I'm not going to say what I said yesterday about how insanely jealous I am.
Hey, it's a beautiful place.
And like we were saying yesterday, like, you know, we've had nearly 2 weeks of this sunshine, and half the country's going mad. We don't know what we're doing, but you're used to all this sort of nice sunny weather.
We're spoiled out there. We're spoiled, yeah. Because we complain all the time still, you know.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Now, and don't let it rain like 2 days in a row. Then we're just
you're not having
no
it.
worse. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And so what? Okay. So briefly, take us through your sponsors. Who are your sponsors?
Okay. Dark Star Skateboards, Crutch Trucks, Richter Wheels, Bone Swiss Bearings, Mob Grip. Go for a sunglass company called A Lost Cause.
Right.
Idols 411. It's a non-profit I'm with, and Rhythm Skate Shop.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you're pro for Dark Star.
Pro for Dark Star.
You can buy your board on Dark Star. Nice.
DarkStarSkate.com, DarkStarSkateboarding.com. Find my boards on there. I'll give you the links to it. Yeah.
Cool. And your Instagram? What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is just my name, so I'm assuming this video will have my name spelled out, but it's Kechaud. And so Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all just at Keyshawn. Yeah. Keep it simple.
Yeah. So, what made you make the choice to come to NASS this weekend?
NASS. I spoke with my friends James and
that's James Thraffel.
Yeah.
Anyone who watches this should know who James is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So yeah, he was the main factor. Him and Adam Keats. Yeah. Last year we were at the Mystic contest in Prague, and it follows, it's right before this contest. And I won that year, and I had some extra cash, and so I had a flight going back to America. But they were like, "Hey, dude, you should just come to NASS. It's right after this." They showed me the course, and I was like, "Oh my god, it looks so fun!" And I was like, "But what do I do before it starts?" It's like, "You can stay with me." And like every excuse I came up with, they were like, "Dude, you should go. And I was like, "I don't know," and I just bailed, and I went home like I originally planned. And I get home and I look at the footage, I look at the course, I was like, dude, I should have went. So there was no question, like this year I was definitely going to go. So I actually planned it out with my trip to go to Prague to actually come here also.
And then come here afterwards.
Yeah.
And you're entering, right? You're skating. Did you skate today in qualifiers?
Yes, I did.
How do you think you got on?
I felt good about it. Like this is the kind of course that if I could design a course, I would build it like this.
Right. Okay.
And so everything linked together well. I could fly, do everything I wanted to do, and I got all the tricks I wanted to do in the correct order.
Did you get that over the gap to, was it lip slide or rail slide that you were doing?
No, I didn't do that. Right. That I'm going to try to save for best trip.
Right. Okay.
Because it would take too much time. It's 45 seconds.
Right.
For that, I would actually have to stop on the quarter pipe, drop in, and
start. So
it wouldn't really flow together.
But were you hitting up what any other particular things you did that you were quite pleased with yourself about doing?
Skating this long rail, like that.
Is it like a flat rail behind the hip? Yeah,
I did front feeble up it and front nose grind down it, which are two tricks I never warmed up and never tried. And did that in my second run. And in the first run, people really like the 50-50 Smith to 50-50.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because everyone they're just hyped to get on the rail and just hold it because it's a long rail.
So are you talking about the flat one or the down one? The
down one. The down one. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of dudes are doing some good tricks just going down it. So I figured to do something different.
And you got 50-50 Smith 50.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's kind of risky because you got to lock in perfect. But when I do it, people get really stoked on it.
I'm not
surprised.
It's a fun
one. It's a fun one.
Because I'm also interested in that idea about there's the run you can do in a competition that you're pleased with, and then there's the objective opinion about what maybe the judges make, or what the objective, was that a good run or not? Okay. It sounds like you did a bit of both. It sounds like you did a run that you were pleased with, and would probably score.
And with
quite
me,
highly.
I would never do the run that the judges want to see.
Right. Okay. Nice.
I've noticed especially with the Olympics coming now, there's kids who are training. They're straight up on the grind training, doing the certain tricks that they know they should do back to back to back. And it gets almost robotic, you know, and it's hard to watch because you have these dudes who are really talented, they really know how to work a skateboard, but you have 4 different dudes who can do the exact same run just because it's this practiced, overly rehearsed run over and over and over. So what I've noticed though, a lot of dudes out here, they're not like that. And that's how I am also. It's like I want to do something that's going to be fast, flowing, and unexpected. And that's how a lot of these guys are skating. Like they warm up in certain sections and they skate completely other parts of the course
completely different
in their run, and it looks dope.
Like I didn't even see them do that all day. Yeah,
you know, so skateboarding is always supposed to have been like, you know, crazy, radical, something different. And when you start to, you know, make it textbook and just I got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, it gets boring and it turns into any other sport. You know.
So yeah, two things quickly. One, did you see Jordan Thackeray?
Yeah,
with dreads. Yeah, he's a master of that. He's like like, what are you even doing? Like, it's amazing. It's all amazing stuff. And the second thing, so with that in mind, what you were just talking about, remind us how old are you? How old you are?
I'm 30.
You're 30. So, and when did you start skateboarding?
About 15 years ago. So like
okay,
15
so you were 15. Okay, so you're going back 50. So it's about 2002, 2003, somewhere around there. Okay, so it's just post Tony Hawk Pro Skater games coming out.
That's when I actually got, like, I saw Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters and I was like, that looks like tight. I want to try that. And so
because what I'm trying to get at, especially with what you just talked about the creativity and the sort of and that sort of non-conformist thing. I started in '91, so I'm just on the very tail end of like the freaks and weirdos and like the punks and all that are like just didn't give a shit about anything. And then certainly didn't give a shit about team sports or any of that. And I was definitely that kid as I was growing up. Like, I mean, it's, you know, it's, what is it, 3:30, nearly 4 o'clock, and the football's going on right now, and there's nothing I could think of not watching more than the football. Like, like I'd rather go and watch some scootering. It's that bad, you know what I mean? Like, I just cannot be bothered with it. And it was that drew me to it. It was that idea of there's no rules. I mean, there's a basic understanding that you've probably got to have the board deck side up and wheel side down.
Of course.
You know, there's those basic sort of things, but yeah, that creativity I really like. And I think you bring up a very valid point about the kids training, like for the Olympics. Do you see that a lot more in the States? Do you see that?
No, not so much in the States. Contests like that I've gone to, like there's certain like groups that are just obviously geared towards like our country's definitely going to make it into the Olympics, and those are the guys that are doing it and stuff. Not so much in America, and to be honest, I'm not really sure how they're going to choose, because you know there's a lot of skaters in America, so I'm not sure how they go about choosing who's going to be that person. You know?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough call to make.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And so, I mean, for us, we're at the beginning of our summer. You've been to Prague, you're coming here. Have you got other destinations that you're going to this summer?
I'm going home right after this, right after NASS, and then I'll be there for only like 2 days, then I'm going to Canada. But luckily, I'm just going there for just that event, and then I'm going home for a while.
Right, okay.
And I think I'm just going to spend most of the summer filming, and then I have some other events later.
And is that filming for a specific thing, or just generally collecting clips?
In general, I got to be filming 24/7, just, you know, for media stuff, just for different sponsors. And but I am working on a full-length part right now.
Is that for Darkstar or one of your other sponsors?
It's going to be for Darkstar, and it should be posted on Thrasher.
Right. Okay. Cool. Because that is the big difference between sort of the 90s, sort of early mid, late 90s into the 2000s compared to nowadays. You know, this idea of, I mean, I'm doing it right now with self-publishing this. You know, nobody's gone, go out and do it. I'm just doing it off my own back. YouTube gives me the platform to do this. And so things like Instagram and Facebook and YouTube allow, what I see is that it means that you guys have more of a job to do. Like, you know, I hear about sponsors who are saying, we want to see media, we want to see social media footage. If we're not seeing social media footage, what are you doing with the money we're paying you to go skateboarding?
And it's crazy because it used to be the like sponsor me footage or like the content, like sending in videos every month. Okay, this dude's actually using our product, he's skating, here's the footage. Now it's just as simple as like, okay, I'm skating, you can see it on Instagram like every day.
Because I followed your Instagram, and there's some pretty heavy clips on there.
Thank you.
It looks like you're out there, you're doing it, doing it on a regular basis. And do you feel? I mean, you've just described it very politically correctly, but do you feel the pressure to be like, oh shit, I really have to be out doing some stuff today?
Not really. Like, to be honest, like I'm very mellow with it, just because. You know, if you go one route and you're saying, okay, I do it for this, I skateboard for fun, I want to do it this way, whatever, and then you find yourself doing it as a job, you know, you have to choose, like, which route you're going to do it. Like, are you going to do it as a job and just take it too serious and lose all fun for it. Because at that point, you know, you could just be punching a clock and working a 9 to 5 doing anything else, which is completely fine. But for me, it's like I'm doing everything in my power to keep it as fun as possible. And, you know, like I said with the whole contest thing, you know, I'm not going to do the run that's like, you gotta flip my board in, flip out, do all this different stuff that like, well, I think the judges are going to see. I'm going to do like, I'm only going to skate this course this weekend, and this course is going to be taken down. It's not going to be the same next year. So it's like I'm going to do what I want to do. Like if I were here as a little kid and I was capable to do the stuff I can do now, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have that kind of fun on it. So as far as like the pressures with the media and all that different stuff, typically, like I used to think about it way too much before I was pro, when I was trying to make it and everything. Oh, I gotta do this to make it. If I don't do this, I won't get sponsored, all this different stuff like that. The less I cared, the less I tried, the more it worked out for me. Now I'm still skating the same, I'm still pushing myself on a skateboard, but I'm not caring what other people think of me about it.
It's more of a personal thing for you,
exactly,
rather.
Yeah, and so I'm not trying to chase anyone, I'm not trying to be better than anyone. I just want to do what I think is cool and better what I can do, you know what I'm saying? And so everything I post on Instagram and all that stuff, it's just me saying, you know what, this looks possible, it looks scary, I'm going to try it. And I think it's cool. And so, you know, and people tend to like it also, and that's cool. But, you know, for me, that's what it's about, you know.
I can dig that, I can dig that. I mean, with that in mind, you're just talking about, like, going out and doing your own skateboarding. Do you also do any other thing to keep your body in shape to do all that skateboarding?
Well, like way before I started skateboarding, don't hate me for this, but I was fully involved with all team sports.
Right.
Like in America, like I did baseball, basketball, American football, ran track, all that kind of stuff. And it was actually like I loved them, and like I always told my family, my friends, everyone, all my teachers, I was going to be a professional baseball player. Like I was ready for it. I was so stoked on it. That was supposed to be my life. And then slowly skateboarding came. Like I just got exposed to skateboarding, and I knew some skateboarders back when I was young, and like we were cool. We never had a beef or anything. Like we were best friends, but they liked to skateboard. I liked to play other team sports. And slowly but surely, like I stepped on a skateboard one day. I went off of like a little box, and I was like, that was pretty cool. And then so football went out the door, and then baseball went out the door, and then basketball. And so like slowly, I just dropped all those other sports. And next thing you know, I'm on a skateboard. I'm like, that's all I know. And so for me, it kind of transitioned for me to help me, I guess, like the baseball, like being able to slide on the ground and like run really fast, and football, being able to take a hit and jump right back up, and just different things like that. And jumping, obviously, people a lot of times when it comes to my skateboarding, like you can jump really high. The basketball, the football, those different kind of things.
The plyometric training you were doing with explosive muscle man. Yeah.
So skateboarding is my number one, it's the true passion. But I still play basketball here every once in a while when I can. I ride a bike a few times a week along the beach and everything. I used to go to the gym, but it's more of a, like, that's kind of more like when you're talking about team sports, the kind of jock thing. That's the jock thing I don't like, is the gym. Like that is so fucking lame. People, and like there's nothing wrong with, you know, working on your body and making yourself look better and everything, but some of those people in there, they're just too fucking lame.
Too hyped on it.
Yeah. So.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm saying all like I don't want to watch the football, and part of it is just because part of it is I don't understand it. I don't really see what I'm seeing. I can't understand what I'm seeing, and the other part of it is it just doesn't appeal to me. But I can and do respect that it does appeal to other people.
Yeah.
I can respect that there's skill involved in it. I can respect that there's athleticism involved in it.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody can do loads of amazing tricks with the football, I can dig that. I can see the skill in that. That's totally cool. And sometimes I can see the skill in how they dodge around people and do, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, cool. But yeah, as I say, it doesn't speak to me in some way. Skateboarding speaks to me.
And see, luckily you got into skateboarding before the team sport, so that has always been there for you, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it made it a ball ache in school because but that was fine. I could deal with that. It wasn't really a big deal. But I can also, you know, I mean, crikey, I'm a little bit older than you, and I'm feeling that whether I like it or not, I've got to start doing something to look after my body.
Yeah.
Because there was a time when I could eat cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it was all fine. And now it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. But that's cool. And so I'm always interested if people are doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes also we are our own worst enemy when it comes to like, you know, I love skateboarding, but I'm going to go out and party so hard that I can't skateboard for another 3 days because I can barely see sunlight. Like, okay, well, okay. And I'm beginning to, you know, like, yeah, just try and be a lot more clear about my choices. Like, if I really love skateboarding, then let's make sure I can keep doing it then for much longer than now. Especially when you see like Hawk release an edit at 50 years old. Like,
Exactly.
motherfucker's killing
See,
it.
and once again, he's not
Killing it.
out there trying to like, oh, I'm the best vert skater in the world.
Right.
He's like, I'm this age and I still kill it. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's where I'm at. It's like when I skate, and you know, don't get me wrong, some days or some weeks I'll only skate 3 days, which as a professional skateboarder, that's a no-no. Like, you need to be on it. You need to be skating so that, you know, you. With any other sport, you know, you need to practice. It takes
Nowadays,
discipline.
that's a no-no. I can remember
Exactly,
days when
yeah.
like people would be like partying for 3 days
Yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe go out and skate once and would think that's all right.
Oh, we did it. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, okay, you know what? I took a few days off, but that's actually good for me. It doesn't have me stressing my body, but
Yeah,
also stressing
you're
my
relaxing,
mind.
you're resting,
And
yeah.
so when I do get back on the skateboard, though, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna skate really hard, skate really fast, because you know, on an average day, like if I go to a skate park just by myself and there's just some kids there, I do some tricks just to warm up, and the kids are like, oh, that's really awesome. They're really stoked. You know, I could stop right there and be like, oh, well, they think it's cool, so I'm done.
So I'm done,
But
yeah.
it's not what I think is the coolest, you know. So I have to push it, and even have to scare myself, like do something really scary almost every day. And you know, that's just what works for me, you know. And it does keep me healthier, just the fact that I'm
I love that, by the way. I totally
Yeah.
love that because I think it can be really easy to slack sometimes. It can be really easy.
I can still do that trick.
Yeah,
Oh, I can
yeah.
still do it. And you haven't done it in a year.
And I don't even mean from a professional. I just mean as a skateboarder. It
Yeah.
can be really easy because there's no coach, there's no anything else. It can be really easy to go out and go, oh well, I won't do anything tough today. I'll just take a chill ride.
That'd be so funny to see a coach on a skateboard course screaming at people for not trying harder tricks. That'd be so fucking funny.
Wow. Okay. Well, we could sit and talk for hours, and I would love to.
Yeah.
But let's we'll start wrapping up. Also, because we'll go out and check out what's going on with her. And somebody was saying there's a girls' mini ramp comp. I want to go and check that out as well, see what they're doing. And I might catch up with you. I don't know. I never know how these things go. But I might catch up with you tomorrow as well. So you got on.
You're a busy man. You're a busy man.
That's very kind of you to say. It makes it look like I am actually doing something.
He's so
well.
busy. Like I was lucky enough to get this interview. I was begging him.
You are a professional. You are an absolute professional. You've done this before, haven't you? I can see.
Yeah.
You had the odd interview here and there. Right, Keyshawn, thank you very much.
course,
Thank you. Much appreciated, man. And looking forward to seeing you skate tomorrow.
Thank you.
It's gonna
And once
go
again,
down.
thank you. Everyone has been so nice to me here in the UK. So thank you for your hospitality, everything.
You are
Showing
welcome
me the ropes.
anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Of course.
How did you get on with the black pudding yesterday? What did you make of that?
I didn't. Okay, you guys hyped it up so much that it scared me. You know, if
Right.
I would have probably just bit into it, I'd probably been like, "Oh, that's gross," and just set it aside. But you guys hyped it up so much, I was like, "Okay, I got to do it. I got to eat it though." I mean, it was kind of dry, like you said.
Yeah,
you said that
it could have done with some.
could've been more moist.
Yeah. But
And I mean, the only thing I have against it was for breakfast. My breakfast food that I'm used to isn't, you know, like that. So
Right,
it's more
okay.
sweet.
Right,
It's not a
okay.
good thing though.
No,
In America,
yeah,
like we're
whatever,
used to the sweet pancakes and all this
Right.
other crazy stuff, but you know, it was just different. You know, and that's the thing I always have to transition to. You know, it's like the different types of breakfasts and stuff.
wicked. Right.
So just different. You know.
Right, well, thank you very much.
of course,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah, this is Saturday and NASS. Catch you soon. Say goodbye.
Later.
Alright, it's your man Brett from the Skateboarding Show. Here, it was about 9ish, isn't it? Something like that. 9ish, just gone 9, Saturday night. Here at NASS, two very tired boys indeed. May you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Matt Marlow, skateboarder extraordinaire, UK Vert Series, doing a bit of judging at NASS.
Judging the vert.
Judging the vert skate at NASS, yeah, some of the guys, Pete King.
We had Sean on the mic, working his magic as always.
Doing his usual best, yeah, and
Doing
he
his
was
bit.
particularly funny today actually.
He was, wasn't he?
Just
He was.
nailing it.
He was.
You're just judging, or did you help organise it as well?
This year I am just judging.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have been involved in organising having vert here at NASS before.
Before, yeah, and probably again, but this year it's just
judging,
just a bit of judging, which is nice.
Our man Hudson does a lot as well to help organise it, doesn't he, and get involved.
He has done, yeah, and he's been trying to get involved a bit more this year, and unfortunately they haven't really pulled their finger out. So we are missing a few guys this year.
Yeah.
That Chris could have helped us with.
Yeah, some Americans and that.
It's a bit of a shame, but
we did have a couple, didn't we, today?
So we had Shay Donovan.
Shay Donovan guy, yeah.
And Jesse's sort of mid-Atlantic now.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So,
we're going to be losing him real soon,
it.
aren't we? Clearly, we're going to be losing him.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's just going to get residents over there.
And we got Ali today as well, not American obviously, but really killing it, and looking for the win again, I think.
Yeah, actually we had quite an international feel, because we had Yossi from Norway and then Danny Leon from Spain.
Finland?
Oh, what? Yossi?
Yossi.
Oh, beg your pardon, maybe Finland then.
Finland,
yeah,
I think.
I should know better than that, shouldn't
I?
From somewhere over that
Scandinavian,
way. Scandinavian styles. Yeah, and that was like so apparently Danny Leon spoke to Sean and was like, oh, I'd like to skate a bit of vert, and Sean was like, well, you can enter then.
Danny killed it.
I know, right?
Absolutely, no. It looks like it belongs on the vert, and a lot of the street skaters are like that. They've got such good board control that they really step it up onto the vert and just nail it. It's really good. And
quick enough reactions to remember that he's got pads on and get down to his knees for knee slides.
Yeah.
Which is really odd, because
it's something a lot of street skaters will still run down the ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also from my own experience now, I don't care what it is I'm skating, I have to have knee pads on, because I've got so used to.
Yeah.
I had to learn to really be conscious of, get to your knees and knee slide out, and now I can't not do it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, for him to be able to switch it and just go, I'm on vert, I'll use my knee pads, and then be on the. And he's like first place qualifier from the street today.
Yeah.
And then he's skated
won
that.
NASS, I think.
Yeah, he's just and then came and skated the vert, and then went from the vert to that 20-meter long rail session thing that Thralfall was hosting. Crazy, totally crazy.
Yeah, all terrain.
Yeah. And it's not like he was just like pumping up and down and doing a few casual things. He was busting some proper airs.
Proper vert skater there, yeah.
Like you said, looking like a proper vert skater.
Yeah.
What did you see that you particularly liked?
Jesse was blowing my mind. Honestly, I haven't seen him skate for a while, but he's doing some really nice stuff. A lot of switch stuff. You have to keep your eyes peeled to watch out for it. And
did we see like a switch eggplant?
Switch eggplant, yeah, and then he does this ching ching switch front rock thing, which is just insane. And Alessandro is just going higher and higher, getting better. He's so smooth, such a consistent rad skater. Really looking good today.
So how does that work out for you while you're trying to do the judging for that?
The judging was so hard today.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, all of us had a tough job of it, and trying to compare the two heats, things like that, and having the 45-second runs where a lot more people are getting back up. So we're having to try and figure out, okay, we're judging it basically as a run, and then they'll perhaps lose some for missing out, some tricks falling off, and them to get back up, those sort of things. So yeah, it's a lot of juggling in your head to try and cover it. But I think we all three of us did have a fairly similar mindset in the scores.
Because you were doing 3 runs, best run counted, right?
That's right, yeah.
Best run was what you were going to use.
That's right.
To put it all together. Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll step it up a bit, and I don't know whether people put more runs in, but we'll probably have more of a jam format.
An expression session towards the end.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So interesting to judge that. You got to all be on the same page, but it really makes some rad skating.
And you were saying earlier, and I totally agree with you, about how it's very nice, the vert setting here at NASS, because of it having that. I mean, the weather's been just incredible this weekend. So the backdrop for the vert was just clear blues the whole time.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, and it feels really, really cool to sit there and have a session in that. And it, because it's a bit smaller this year, there's just a few of us there, and it felt like a real kind of rad, friendly local session. But then the skating got gnarly.
Just started ramping up, didn't it?
And we've got a few people watching this year. Sean's bigging it up on the mic, so yeah, drawing a bit more of a crowd. Yeah, good fun.
And I mean, you know, we've mentioned the international field, but yeah, we can't forget, you know, our sort of regular vert guy, Mr. Jake Anderson was there, killing it. With some really, like, what was that, kickflip varial melon he was doing, and
basically that,
yeah, and some nice fives and some other
tomorrow
grab variations. He'll turn it up a bit tomorrow as well, won't he?
He's playing it a little bit safe, but I'm sure I don't want to preempt anything, but I imagine he'll be through to the top 6, and we'll see his usual display, samba flips, kick flip, backside boneless, those sort of things. Which I love to see. You know, he really laps it up in the snake sessions. Alex
Griffiths, as always, getting
really,
in there.
Really on it, really consistent. Looking brilliant.
Oakley.
Oakley. He really wants it at the moment. He's he's really trying to get those backside fives consistent. He's one of my favourite skaters because he's got the raddest inverts in the series at the moment. Really cool. Love to watch him, and then you got some of the other guys like that usually turn up at NASS, like Jordan Thackeray. Love to watch
again,
him.
Another guy just like entering the vert comp when you normally associate him with being a street skater.
Yeah, but he put some really different stuff down, and
he puts it on the table, doesn't he?
Yeah, we didn't see it today. We saw it a couple of years back where he did the rock and roll disaster. Which was awesome. You know, nobody else was doing that.
so he goes up to rock and then bounces off it into a back D and then back in, doesn't it?
It's so quick you barely see the rock where it happens, and it's gnarly.
It's proper gnarly. And like, as much as we shouldn't necessarily we're not advocating it, but no pads, no lid, just like a high vis jack, and that's it. Pure Jordan Thackeray style.
There's only so much you can do about that. You know, I don't like to see guys without a lid. You know, no pads is less of a deal, especially when these guys are running down the ramp. They're natural at doing that. That's how they fall, or even, you know, sliding on their backs and that sort of thing. But not having a lid, it can catch you out, and it can end badly. So
and so we're just having a very civilized cup of tea before we're going to go and see Run DMC.
Bit of Run DMC, I think.
Saturday night here at NASS. Thank you for joining us. That was a brief rundown of the vert that we've got. And it's all going to go off tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to have the finals, get everyone all hyped, and get on it.
Yeah, should be good. We have a best trick as well. I think that's on the schedule. So I guess
on the vert?
I guess we're going to do it.
Nice. Okay, let's get it on then.
Yeah, should be fun.
Get it on. Mr. Marlow, thank you as always.
Cheers, buddy.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.